Just a little one. She loves tearing people's shoulders outside. Okay. Yeah! She made it. She survived CrossFit. All right. So we're going to start with a fun little drill to warm up. We're talking about wrestling and choke defenses today. We're also working on a lot of hand fighting concepts, at least in my class. So we're going to work through a couple of really basics right out of the gate. First thing that we're going to work on is head clear. We've done these before. So he's going to take his hand, he's going to cup the back of my head, he's going to have his elbow down. All right? How I'm going to counteract this is I'm going to walk my hips in, and I'm going to literally turn my shoulder away, right, or in rather, as I turn my head away. So again, he's holding on the back of my head, he's pulling it down. I'm going to walk my hips in, I'm going to turn my shoulder, and I'm going to look the opposite direction to clear his head off. Okay. We've done these before where we go like wrist and hand and push. This one today, I want you to work without your hands at all. So I walk my hips in, turn, boom, clear. You can do the same thing on the other side. Walk my hips in, turn, clear. That's it. And then we're going to go 2 for 2. So then I grab on him, he walks his hips in, turns his shoulder, boosh, clears. Walk his hips in, turns his shoulder, boosh, clear. That's it. Okay? 2 for 2, over and over again. Left, right switch, left, right switch, left, right switch. Now good? We're going to really fucking pick the energy off. Alright? We're going to get fucking excited tonight, choking each other and getting unchoked. It's going to be a fucking blast. Top of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Ladies on your group. Amy and Jamil. Left, right switch, left, right switch, left, right switch. Yep. Yes. Yes. The more aggressive and violent you can make it, the more effective. Good. Good. Yes. Yes. If you're kind of left. Yes. We can still work. So the thing you gotta watch, right? When you get into it, no matter what. Yeah. So it'll get clear to the change. And it'll get clear when you go to do it. You're going to have So instead of trying to sneak that shoulder, bring it actually want your shoulder to go. So literally, yeah, just rotate and then look in that direction. Right. Instead of trying to pull away, literally turn. Good. Nice, nice, nice. 30 seconds. That's it. You're doing good. So if he grabs the shoulder, okay, same side, middle, cross. Either way, we're just going to keep with the same exact concept, same exact idea. And that's this torso turn. All right, so I'm going to take this. Okay. If he's crossed the shoulder in this, right, moving to the outside makes more sense anyway. So if I push directly into him, or running into his arm, right? If I try to push into the arm, this direction arm anyway. So moving out to the outside makes the most sense anyway. However, this applies anywhere we go. Even if this is on the same side, I'm still going to grab it and essentially pull it back. Okay? If it's on the center line, he's grabbing shirt, trying to choke. Same idea of getting my body to wrap around it. Okay? So we're just going to go from here. So we'll get into chokes here a little bit. He's got his hand on my chest, my shoulder, anywhere, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I'm going to grab his wrist, I'm going to shoulder turn, and I'm going to move to the outside. Okay. If you know the 2-on-1, you can go directly to 2-on-1. It's a pretty decent place to put these on. Okay. However, what really matters is he's got my shoulder, he doesn't have my shoulder. He's got my shoulder, he doesn't have my shoulder. Good. Left side, right side, switch, left side, right side. Come on, dude.
Hey, buddy, I need to calm down.
Oh, yes, I did it. Wait.
You're an old side, yeah, literally like the old side. You're going to go that hand, on that way. Are you ready to work until he's grabbing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second grabbing, I'm going to tap. That's why you start using time. So where's the beginning? That's not actually grabbing. Right. So if he was actually grabbing, like trying to grab, works for like the basic shoulder here. It's like, he starts grabbing on the shirt, and then essentially you're just pulling the body.
Oh, okay.
Right hand. So you can go that way. The reason that we're going specifically today with this, so like if I want to go this the rest of the way, I would be opposite side. So we're going to use this basic idea of this pivot turn for pretty much everything. Right. So we're just putting this. So instead of thinking about pushing it this way and ending up on that side, we're punching the other. What's up, Tom? So this hand. Another 30 seconds. Yes. Good.
Oh, sorry. I'm just keep saying
Good. 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 Yes. Yeah, you should just go with off. Yes, that's it. Good. And time. Okay, so look. The way we're going to adjust this and change this is going to be really simple. Now, they're just going to grab either your head or your shoulder. Okay? Hint, the answer is the same fucking thing on both of them, right? So, no matter where he grabs, okay, he grabs my head, I turn my shoulder out, I'm across and grab. However he wants, left hand, right hand. Grabs my shirt, ooh, I'm pulling up to the outside, okay? There's I'm not going to say a lot. There are different answers to all of these. The reason we're doing it, if you're not going to say we're going to say, the reason we're doing this one specifically is we're just going to address the torso turn to address shoulder turn. So that's how we're going to push shoulder turn, okay? So no matter what, if he just grabs however the hell he wants, grab your wrist, roll the outside. Grab the next one, grab whatever you want, grab the wrist, roll the outside. Whatever you want, grab the head, roll the outside. Torso turn. Right, I'm really clipping across, and then I'm just catching the hand, right, to try to put myself on the outside. All right? So I will tell you when to switch. Why don't you go for like 20 seconds feeding them. And if they're moving pretty well, then feed them a little bit faster. Make them move, make them move, make them move. All right? Count on 3. 1, 2, 3. First person up. And who's feeding, and who's delivering, and go. Good. Every time you did it, reset. reset, go again. Yes. Good. Yes. Good.
You want to get it right.
You guys. Oh, you don't want the one?
No, that's what you want.
Yes.
So when I grab here too?
Don't worry about it yet.
Just
We'll
freak
get
out.
to that. Right now, it's like a clear. If you know it, you can do it. If you don't know it, do it. We're gonna get there in a second. Nice. Good. Yep. Yes. Beautiful. Good. Switch down. Good. 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 Yeah. Good. Switch down. Good. Nice. Yes. Beautiful.
Hey. Oh. Let's crawl back to dark.
And time. Okay. I know what. Okay. So again, we want to start, or what we're doing today specifically. Okay, it's choke defensive and it's wrestling. So we can technically get a look at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to blend the two together. We're going to stop chokes before they actually become where people traditionally train them, which is like somebody already has their hands there, it's already in a really good position. We're going to shut chokes down before they ever get to our throat. That's going to be the basic idea of it today. So we're going to use wrestling to accomplish that. So what's going to happen is we're going to start with hand fighting. Some of us have done this, some of us haven't. I get a wrist and he gets a wrist. So we start 50-50. Our foreheads are pressed together. Okay? That keeps us while we're fighting from hitting. Okay? So I'm here. Now, we're going to decide who's good person and who's bad person. Okay? So Zach's going to be the bad person in this case, and I'm going to be defending myself. We start with hand fighting. Okay, the rules are really simple with hand fighting. I'm trying to get two hands on his one wrist. He's trying to get two hands on mine, and we're working through that. It's all offensive. At any point in time, he can break rank out of hand fighting and grab my head, grab my chest, or grab my shoulder. The second I feel that, I respond to it. Okay? So our heads are together. We're going in. We're working through hand fighting. Here, and the second I feel this, pull it up to the outside. Yeah, it's second he breaks rank out. Go again, we reset again. All I'm doing is second I feel that sensitivity, move to the outside. Move to the outside. Set. Question? We're gonna find out?
Yeah.
I'm excited, you're excited. Remember the basic rules, we start together. I get a hand, he gets a hand. And we're trying to get something that looks like that. Two hands on one wrist. Yeah, but we're both trying, so it's competition. I'm trying to move and break wrists out, he's trying to move and break wrists out, and then at any point in time, somebody can grab on your head, grab on your shoulder, grab on. Okay? Take time, figure out what's going on, but the outside. One person is leading, the other person is defending. I will tell you all when to say. Okay? We're going to go about 30-second round. So figure out who's leading, figure out who's defending. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. All right, here you go. We're first in. And go!
No, so go fuck right.
See that weird.
Nice. Good.
Regress.
Good. Reset. Do it again.
That's why I only
Yeah.
like this.
Put your hands in there. Awesome. Strong. Defendo. Fuck you. 3, 2, 1. Time. Stop. Hands together and go. Nice. Dawson, you're Yes. Yeah. Aggressive. Yes.
I always want to grab some.
So the second you feel it, turn your shoulder at the Yep. That was good. It's a new movement. Of course you're gonna it's okay. Time. Switch. Switch job. Hands together. And go.
You know what? Yeah, there you go. That's what serious.
Yes, good. Yeah, and reset it again. Nice work. Yeah, good. And time, switch. And together, switch jobs, and go. Yeah.
Oh.
Time, switch. Next one in. And go. Yes, good. Where you going? I got my lower arm. Keep going.
No, fuck you. You're on the timer.
Yes. Switch. Last one.
No, like that. Yeah. Grab it. It's so fun.
There you go.
I'm getting all confused.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go. Oh. Ready?
Time. Okay. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff that takes place before a choke actually sets itself in, right? So oftentimes when we learn choke defense, you know, like Krav system, a lot of other systems, we start like, oh, we're already in the choke. Okay, what do we do? Start working on this stuff. Okay. Now, realistically, an effective choke looks looks nothing like what humans are doing. If anybody ever straight arm reaches out to choke you, snap, right? There's not a lot going on here to keep me from moving away, literally. Okay? If he keeps his elbows locked out, he can squeeze as hard as he fucking wants. Right? There's nothing going on there to keep me in that position. Right? Now, odds are they're not going to stay like that. It's a relatively unrealistic joke. If I'm going to have hands on my throat, and that is what I'm concerned about, that if I need to be concerned about it, it's because the elbows are bent. He's driving up and in, right? So he's squeezing his hands together, driving up and in. And generally speaking, For him to really get this to set in, he's either going to need to have the strength to lift me up or have something to leverage me again. So he's either pushing me into a wall or he gets me down to the floor again. So really hard, again, same thing. We can fucking squeeze as hard as he wants. Right? It's relatively hard to finish a choke. The real danger is if he applies absolute direct thumb pressure to your trait and have to go pretty shitty pretty quick, right? Of course, I'm not going to fucking stay here and let him figure that out. But this is more realistic. This is more of a movie. Okay? What does this look very similar to? Right? So they're very similar positions to get into. Okay? So from here, we can play around with it. Yes, we absolutely have the standard hand choke defenses. Arm goes up, turn, twist, boom. Even some of the OG, old school ones where we go down low and start to hit, all that type of shit. But realistically, if I want to cut this off before it becomes anything, I can utilize the idea of simply getting to the outside when I'm going to do it. So now imagine this from a timeline perspective. We're here, we're having a conversation in some form or fashion. He goes to reach, and I'm getting my body out before it ever actually sets into the choke. That's what we're going to attempt to accomplish. Okay? So we're going to start. 2 hands on, elbows bent, pressure up and in. Okay? I can go over, go under, don't really care. What matters is that I'm going to turn. Right? So really, really difficult for somebody to finish a choke one-handed. The second I turn, I'm clear. Okay? And again, if I want to go 2-on-1, I can go 2-on-1. I'm less concerned about where we end up with that specifically today than actually getting a choke. So that's it. Over bent. Pick a side, anything. Literally punching in with my shoulder. Body's turning, rotating. Head is turning slightly away. And I can finish however technically I want. So we're going to start in the choke. And then we're going to turn this into a whole, have a conversation. They try to hit me, they try to grab me, and how do we move? Accept? That's it. Turn. Okay. I don't think what's your turn? So 2 for 2. You do it twice, somebody does it twice. You do it twice, somebody does it once. All right? Yes. 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 Good. 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 Okay? Yes. Now, when you go to do it, literally think about taking the shoulder of the punching her. Good. That's where you're really going to get that move. Okay? It's really not where we want to move away. We're doing the opposite. We're actually going in. We're driving the shoulder. Yes. Good. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Step into it. Yes. Yes. Nice. All right, now watch. What we're going to do is we're going to start standing in front of our buddy. Okay, I'm going to be attacker and he's going to be defender. Okay. We're going to do this slow to start and pick up as you go and feel comfortable. So I'm going to start with my hands here. Okay. As I go to reach, he's going to make the same exact movement. Right? It's more of a flexion than anything else. So going based off my movement. I start to go towards his throat, he clears. So now I'm starting again to separate the timeline out before they ever got a hold of me, but I'm executing with essentially the same exact answer at that point in time. And then we reset. Same thing. My hands are right here. Okay. Second I go to move and go to grab him, he's doing the same exact thing. Right? What ends up happening is, even just in slow motion, so if he's going in, is that even if he was coming into it, it's essentially kind of like that Madden already, right? Get the fuck out of the way of it. So he's coming into that, and I'm like, oh shit. Right? Putting myself in a position where I can stay out. Okay. So hands like right fucking here. Second I go to grab, he makes his move. Big punch in the shoulder. Set. That wasn't our best. Good. Nice. Good.
Good job, you're setting it up. Fuck that.
Good.
Don't laugh, that's not part of the defense.
I mean, good.
I'm doing slow-mo.
Yeah. So set him right underneath. Superman. So when you're doing it, right? You turn back into this. So here, watch. I want you right here. Right. So that's still when I go to get into that choke. I'm not going like this. Yeah. Oh, choke her!
Oh, I actually want to choke.
Yes! Yes!
Bitch me that. I just had a little time. If you don't stop me, I'm going to come into your face.
Good.
Just said hold on. It was.
Nice. Nice. Now look. So, when your back's against the wall, like I said, really where we start looking at this is where things get real shitty and dangerous. When there's some type of a third leverage point that press up. Because now we can drive all of his body weight up and in there. That gets really dangerous. Same thing on the floor. They can leverage the body weight down and go. Shit gets real fucked up. Yeah. So we're gonna do the same drill. Alright, my butt is touching the wall. Right? You don't have to be leaning, but up against the wall. Right? These guys' hands there, the second they go to move, now I have to go this direction. I can't just go here. Because I'm going to literally have an obstruction that gets in. So it starts to force us to start to see, oh, I got to move left and right to get out of it. Right? And the more I can move in that idea, the more pragmatic, practical it's going to be in more scenarios. Right? We have a tendency to get very comfortable in the big warehouse, right? Where there's space to do things. Realistically, put yourself in settings like in houses, in cars and buses, public settings, bars, restaurants, parking lots, pushed up against a car. There's a lot of shit that I need to get. So when we start learning, like, okay, as little as I can move outside where I can see, the better. So it starts to tighten that up. Okay. So I'm up against the wall. I'm up against the wall. He goes to reach. I'm getting myself outside. Okay. Even if his hands get there, right? That's where I'm going to be thinking to start anyway. Okay. Where he actually needs to trouble. Make sense? Move for two. Up against the wall. Okay. The biggest thing I'm going to tell you is you're going to learn pretty quick. If you're leaning away to do this, right? You're going to head up the wall.
Start on the wall or right away?
Like I said, if your butt touch the wall, slow, smooth, steady. It feels pretty good. You can pick it up the whole time. Okay, how about it? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Now
Nice, good.
yes. Good.
Yeah, they got cute. Oh, really? Yeah. I was gonna laugh. Yeah, it's fucking cute.
Good. Nice. There we go. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're good. You will be fine. Nice.
I believe it is hot. That's like the second time. I knew where that's going.
Good. Nice.
Where are you going to find me this chair?
This is Jocelyn.
This is just how I speak. This is my communication position. Nice. Nice. Good.
Really intimate.
Nice. Good. 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 Okay. So now, same drill. Let's just finish at the end of it. So I want this to go nice and slow. Go 1 for 1. You go there. You go there. Start button through the wall. He goes to reach. I'm going to get outside of the arm. And then I want you to hit that minimum of 5 times. For those of you that know the 2-on-1, you're welcome to get 2-on-1. If you want to go back, you're welcome to go back. You would rather just break off and strike, break off and strike. I want to see a minimum of 5 from that. Okay? Let yourself, keep it simple. We've talked about the idea of simplicity and that, and keep it simple. Okay? However, get out of the broken record routine. Oftentimes, it'll be like 2 punches, 3 knees. Yes, right? We're blocking that. So get out of that routine, mix it up a little bit as you go. Keep it relatively simple. So if I want to just break away and strike, he goes to reach and get out. That makes sense. If I want to get in and use clinch a little bit, you're welcome to get in and use clinch a little bit. Huh? I said minimum. I said minimum. Right? So, but when you get in that habit of, okay, I broke out of this, I got there before the choke ever got, I got to keep back on my heels. Right? I got to hit it. Okay? 1 for 1. Start the same exact way to reach in, clear, and then I want a minimum of 5 minutes. Okay? 5 on 3. 1, 2, 3. That was good. Good job. Smash her head into the wall.
Yeah.
It's a thing, It works. It's effective. Get on the show. Yes. Good. Good.
I did not know that was coming.
Good. You hit. I got hit. I got hit like you did. Yes, we got this. Yep. Yeah.
All right, who's it back to?
After you're actually trying to hit. Oh, yeah. So I want you to think instead of just stopping. If you grab on, you want to throw me, so grab on, right? Both hands, right? Long. You want punch? Punch. Long. You want to get absolutely close to reality as possible. Hips moving, shoulder moving. Go!
top you got. I mean, you might go on top of me.
This week off. Yes. Good, Jordan. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Good.
I still felt awkward doing it. Sorry.
That's okay. That's how you learn. Yeah.
No, well, I have my maybe a little more resistance.
I
Keep seats around.
don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it for me a few more times.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
We may have been working on fighting against the wall in the upper level classes.
I'm seeing some of that.
But yeah, when you get shoved against the wall and you feel your legs and spread like that, you're like, ah. They've been working on this. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Go! Got a minute. Come on, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. Go, Jimmy. You don't have to laugh and hit hard. Yeah, hit it. Hit it. Bang it. Bang it. Go, bang it. Yes, good. Nice.
Maybe you should get dropped in. Then you'll get nasty.
Good. Good save.
Must be shit.
Good save.
Let's do it.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah. Johnson doesn't even know how to spell first. And Todd, grab that quick, go back up. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on this concept of stopping the hands before they get to our throats, preferably getting to the outside without that break. Preferably getting to the outside if at all possible. So we're going to go back to hand fighting. Okay? Now, the difference is going to be, so if I'm the bad guy in this case, our heads are together, moving around, breaking away. I'm going to take my hands and start choking. Okay? So instead of just grabbing with one hand, now I'm moving my hands out of the fight up to the throat. Now, when you go to do this, okay, the easiest way to do this, to be able to be quick, to get a good reaction out of them, and also safe, is as I go in, we're moving, we're fighting, okay, my hands are just going to come out and reach. So we're breaking in and then go out and go to my choke. I give them enough time to see what's happening. As opposed to, right, I'm like right in it. Okay, when you get in it. So my hands come out and they go. That way I can recognize the hands have broken out of this situation and now they're moving towards my throat. And then I can address it from there. Okay? From there, we're picking up exactly where we're on the wall, which means once I clear, I follow up with combative. Okay? Each time we do it, then we switch jobs. So if I'm leading, which means I'm going to be the choker and he's going to defend, we go ahead and we start. We're moving. I'm trying to grab two. He's trying to grab two. We're going to mix. My hands come out. I grab. Boom. Two to the outside. 5 combatives. We reset. And now he's leading. So switch jobs every time. Right? So for you three, this new person will come in and you'll rally over. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. So good. Yeah. You guys are I'm really pumped.
Let's do this,
It's
Aaron.
going to be so much fun. All right? So we're starting the hand fighting. So get the heart rate up pretty quick. I want very little downtime between it. Cut out. Then look like that is shove away. Heads go back together and start fighting again. That quick switches in between. First person in. Figure out who's leading and who's defending. Go ahead, start.
Yes, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, okay.
She was like,
Yeah. If Danielle doesn't do 5, and she's a CrossFitter, call her out. She has to do 10 burpees.
Oh, that's really
For every combative she forgets to do, she does 10 burpees. Yes. Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking tried it.
Yeah. I feel like that was only 4. I feel like you needed one more.
Yeah, there you
Your hands in the fight. Fight under control. Clear. Yes. Hit her. Hit her. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 and 3/4. Yeah. Push is clear. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Keep going.
Oh, that's my ear.
Yes. Hit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'll take it. I'll take it. One more. Come on. One more. Yes. The need of the fun. So my favorite. Yeah. I've done a broken coccyx like 3 times in my life. That's one of those ones where they get to sit home and think about what they do. All right, time. Can't even do that. Broken fucking coccyx. All right. Questions? You ever had broken tailbone? Yes. Yeah, it's so fun. Yeah, it's so fun. All right. Okay, so again, the idea being get the heart rate up, make you move yourself. Get the heart rate up, make you move yourself. We want to catch the choke before it technically becomes a choke. And it's always going to be your best bet. It's one of the things you ran into in gosh, it was like the first class. But where you talk about people getting on top of you and choking. And usually what ends up happening in classes when we teach it, so now, is like the person magically fucking appears in the perfect position with their hands on your throat, elbows bent, body weight in. How the fuck did we end up here? Right? There's a lot of shit that happens there. So the earlier I can catch that, the better. Even if it's this, right? Like just being here and realize like, oh, I don't want him to get settled into that position. Right? So, especially if he starts standing. At some point in time, we were most likely standing. Okay, so I fell. He's on his way down, starting to get this stuff before he ever gets to a point where he actually gets to the choke. Well, the same exact thing happens here. Okay, even if they grab shirt and then go to choke, where they hit me first and then they're coming into choke, what am I picking up on as they're going to choke? How am I clear that go? Hands get up, snap, turn the shoulder, whatever you do. So we're going to be real tired, and then you. Okay. So what's going to happen is.
So you're not supposed to say
Okay. You're going to start on the ground, mount position. You're going to beat the shit out of his back. All right. Punches, hold strikes, elbows. You'll figure this out pretty quickly. If you elbow, you're going to want to put a hand on the ground to support yourself. Big elbows. Right hammer fists. Double hammer fists. My favorite. Okay. Grab their stupid heads, set it in the ground. Also on the clear. We're going to hit the pad on the ground. Yeah, when I say up, you'll run to the heavy bag, and you'll start hitting the heavy bag. Your partner is going to be standing right here. Okay? You're hitting the heavy bag, hitting the heavy bag, hitting the heavy bag. At some point in time, they're going to reach out and try to choke you. Okay? I want you to react before they ever fucking choke you. Okay? So snap, turn, twist, whatever the fuck you have to do to get that dog before the choke naturally sets in, and then fuck with that. Then just finish the same way they do. Make sense? Once you finish that, the next person goes over the bag on the ground, so it's wailing on the bag on the ground. Okay? Whenever me, as in the person teaching class, me, says bag, you get up on the bag, you start beating shit out of the heavy bag stand. Okay? At some point in time, your buddy's going to choke you. That's completely up to them. I'll say finish, next person goes to the bag. I'll run through this a couple times. All right? Question. You keep going until I tell you.
Why would you finish when you're out?
All right, here we go. That's it. They're going to put more effort and energy into each balance. All right, here we go. First person up on the bed. Yeah, Jones. Yeah, Jones. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, I'm on that. Let's go. On to that. Elbow in. Big, easy, 31. Yeah, 5 minutes. Come on, hit it. Come on. Good. All right, here we go.
Okay. I always have to see.
Come on, let's go. Yeah. This plays during the credits for us too. I would know. My daughter watched this movie 3 times. Good. Yes. Oh, that was so close. You were going to stop back before, and I was going to fucking get on you. All right, let's go. Let's go. Come on, hit. Taking that extra rest. Wind spirits and water spirits, fire spirits. Yeah! Keep on getting so proud. For SmackDown. Top of the bag. Go. Yeah! Yeah! That's right, you hit! Right hit! Go! Go! It is fun, right? Okay. Question. Look, for level 1, testing purposes, hand choke defenses, for the most part, from a technical standpoint, bicep to ear turn pivot, one answer solves a lot of questions. Okay. For those that have been around for a while, we still absolutely, do the blocks and things like that. However, from a level 1 standpoint, something like that, one answer answers a lot of questions. Again, so bicep to ear turn pivot. That said, where wrestling comes into play, where high covers comes into play, fence posture, right, hands out, picking up on those things that come into it. Those are all the pieces of the puzzle that keep us from getting choked in the first place. The bicep of the ear turn and pivot, the bicep of the ear turn pivot slim on the wall. Even on the ground with the plucking and the buck and roll and the push, and the buck and roll, that type of stuff. That's because they got both hands in there, settled in. Your initial movement to get out of that didn't work, and so now we need more levers, essentially against their wrist. That's why we changed things up with that, right? Everything else should be mitigated before any of that shit ever comes out. right? So that's the verbalization skills. That's taking angles and setting ourselves up for success that way. That's, being aware of what's going on. That's hitting first, right? So if they're not listening to any of my commands and they're taking that space away, and I have any inkling that they are a threat, you fucking hit them first, right? That's where a lot of that stuff is play. So I wanted to tie wrestling in with how we approach that. Now, as you guys started getting more tired, you start thinking less, and you start just throwing your body, moving the hands. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's just you're thinking less about exactly how you're supposed to do it, and okay, I just want to get offline and get to the outside. It starts to intuitively take over that perspective. That's awesome. That's what we're looking for. Okay? The more I have to think about it, the more complex it gets, and then you fuck one up, and you're like, oh, I fucked it up. It's like, no, throw your shoulder. That didn't work. Throw your shoulder again. That didn't work. Punch him in the fucking head. Right, yeah. So, great job. Okay. Thursday morning, we're going to dive a little more into the actual choke defenses and looking at actual hand choke defenses, looking at the different variations around how we can apply those, and then putting those into some stress sports. So we'll essentially do hand choke out in here, up against the wall, and on the floor. We'll cover literally all three perspectives on that Thursday morning. That's okay. Whatever Brooke wants to fucking do, you guys Thursday night. That's what we'll be doing Thursday morning. And Saturday, I have ideas of what I'm doing Saturday. Saturdays have become, since I'm only here every other week, Saturdays have become, what could be Saturday? I haven't taught you. Cool. You want to make an announcement? 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Curfew starts on Thursday. We are hoping that is his answer to slowing things down. However, he has yet to make an official statement on his bars, restaurants, fitness center, and everything that he commented on last week. That said, we are positioning ourselves as a private training facility, which means no matter what he says on Thursday, we intend to continue the classes. We're going to stop taking intros for a little while. And essentially make it a private club at that point, run these classes. So, remember what happens on Thursday during his conference. Classes Friday, Saturday, and beyond will be anticipated beyond. So, stay healthy, stay clean. Remember, next week is Thanksgiving. So, check the holiday hours. Usually, we'll close Thursday, Friday, half day Wednesday. I'll double check on that. But yeah.
The trip out will be updated for that too, so we're accidentally signing up for something.
No, I'm almost positive that that's on Youth's short list tomorrow. Try, yeah.